Welcome back to my channel, Tech Under 5, where tech meets simplicity in just under 5 minutes. Today, I'm breaking down one of the hottest topics in tech, DeFi, or Decentralized Finance. You have probably already heard of blockchain, the technology behind cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But here's a twist blockchain isn't just for crypto. One of its most powerful use case is called DeFi, short for Decentralized Finance. In this video, I'll show you how DeFi compares to traditional banks with real world flowcharts and analogies that make it simple. So, what exactly is DeFi? DeFi, or decentralized finance, it is a new financial system built on blockchain. Instead of relying on banks or institutions, it uses code called smart contracts to manage money. You can lend, borrow, earn interest, or trade assets all without needing a bank account or a middleman. It's global, open to anyone with a crypto wallet, and runs 24/7. No paperwork, no bankers, no closing hours. Let's get started with a simple real world use case. Imagine Alice wants to earn interest on her savings. In the traditional world, this is how it will look like. Alice walks into a bank, she fills out forms and opens a savings account. A bank manager reviews the request and approves it. Alice's money is deposited into the bank's central system. What happens next might surprise some people. The bank doesn't just keep Alice's money sitting there. Instead, it lends out to someone else, like Bob, who wants to loan to buy a car. The bank lends out her money to someone else. That person, the borrower, pays interest on the loan to the bank. The bank gives Alice a small portion of that interest. The bank keeps most of the profit for itself. So, in this model, Alice earns interest not because her money is growing on its own, but because the bank is making the money. She has to trust the bank's policies, people, and system to do this fairly. It's slow, centralized, and in the end, Alice earns just a fraction of what the bank makes using her funds. Now take a look at the same use case, but in a DeFi environment. Alice connects her crypto wallet to a DeFi app. She deposits a stable coin into the lending pool. A smart contract instantly handles the transaction, no paperwork. The pool lends Alice crypto to a borrower automatically. The borrower repays with interest, secured by the crypto collateral. The smart contract splits the interest, sending Alice her share. There is no middleman, and Alice earns yield in real time. Here, Alice doesn't wait for approvals or rely on policies. She trusts the code, not the person, to follow the rules. In DeFi, code is the bank. So let's break it out even further, side by side. How does each piece of a traditional bank map to something in the DeFi world? Bank policies and legal documents are basically smart contracts, which is code. Loan officer or manager is automated logic in the code. Bank's internal ledger is blockchain ledger. Customer's account is equivalent to crypto wallet. Approval process is basically instant code execution. In short, DeFi replaces trust in institutions with trust in open source code and cryptography. No more gatekeepers just coding doing exactly what it's programmed to do. Now that we have seen how both systems work, here's a quick comparison of what each does well and where they fall short. Traditional banks excel at things like offering a deposit insurance, operating in fiat currency, helping with fraud protection and dispute resolution, providing human support, and integrating with governments. But they rely on trust in people, paperwork, and slow processes. On the flip side, DeFi shines with global, borderless access, 24/7 availability, no middleman, just smart contracts doing the work, full transparency, and non custodial asset control. But DeFi lacks the safety nets we are used to: no insurance, no helpline, no forgiveness for mistakes. So, whether you believe in the power of code or the trust of the institutions, DeFi is reshaping how we think about money. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.